Hello, this is going to be a very short video, I hope, about how to just get started and rocking and rolling with your Viewsonic interactive display. So basically you can use it just like a giant tablet, which is what it is. Just hit HDMI and you can use it just to navigate the web and do all that kind of fun stuff. If you have Lumio or Smart, you can just open those programs like normal from your start menu and use all the built-in tools. You're not even using the Viewsonic stuff, basically. You're just using it as like a big tablet. Then perhaps the next level is using annotation just over top of your web pages and your slides, but you don't want to save it. You don't care about that stuff being around later on, and you don't care about scrolling to multi-page things. So that's just next level. Then the third level would be you want to annotate and do things to slides and PDFs, but then you want to keep screenshots of that annotation and use all the built-in tools because there's a lot, shapes and all that jazz. And then finally, the last stage would be importing files, notebook files, slides, PowerPoint, PDFs, so that you can do multi-page annotation and do all kinds of fun stuff like that. So I know it's fast. This is going to be fast. Just showing that there's these levels of use, and maybe you're just down there, you want to use it like a tablet. That's fine. So at the very least, for all of these, you're hitting HDMI, and you're getting into the software, and if you're just navigating around, you know what to do. You're just clicking. Everything's pretty normal. If you want to use that sidebar, it's got things like spotlight and a timer and a little pen, but that stuff just goes away when you close it. Remember to put in a ticket if it's on any of the settings and you don't get the touch display. That's a setting that they can turn on. So if you're clicking around, that should be pretty intuitive. If you're using the annotation that's right on the side, that's also, I think, pretty intuitive. But now I'll talk about level 3, which is you want to use the whiteboard software. And if you have other software like an extension where you're annotating, that's cool too. But the My Viewboard software is on every PC in black gold. So I'm going to go to your start menu and all apps. I've got Windows 11. But under your start menu, under Viewsonic, you're going to hit My Viewboard whiteboard software. This kind of yellow thing, orangish yellow. Go into space. Okay, and here is the basic screen where you should sign in with the Google machine. So down here, click Google, and you get more features like that. And it's the usual sign in, and you can stay signed in. Boom. Before you navigate away from this page, you might want to do two things. Sign in here, because there are a couple settings that you might want to take a look at. Number one, if you click on your icon and click Edit Account, the name of your viewboard is going to be your entire @gshare.blackgold.ca address. You might just want to change it to your last name. Make it really simple. And so that's thing number one. Change your viewboard name. Thing number two is just go to this Follow Me settings icon and your cloud integration, and just make sure that Google Drive is bound to the account, because then you can import Google Drive files. Okay? So check those two things. Edit account, check the name, change it up, follow me, check cloud integration. Might already be bound for you. Otherwise, we're going back and looking at the software just briefly. All these tools are fairly intuitive. If you click them one time, you get the simplest version of the tool. If you click them twice, you get a more complex version, like 3D shapes, things like that. Right? And you can always turn on measurement things. You get options on each object to do things like mirroring, boop, 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 boop. Pretty cool. All kinds of fun stuff like that. There's some neat stuff in here. Get measurement tools. Sweet. Spin them. So there's lots of fun stuff. Just you can experiment with those. The pen is, whoops, the pen, that's the generic pen, but you click it twice again, you get an AI pen, which is pretty cool, where you draw anything, and it'll give you, of course, I meant to draw a fish pond with a bridge. That's the AI pen. I always mix these up. The hand is the thing to zoom in and out of the entire screen, and this is the select tool, basically. This one right here. Sure. Right. So you select with this guy, not the hand. It's kind of counterintuitive, I find. This would be handwriting to text, which is kind of neat. So play around with those. This magic box, they call it, has a bunch of other stuff too, like measurement tools, timers. You can click on, hook up your webcam, import pictures, do polls, YouTube videos, you can get all that stuff on here. And there's all these Viewsonic originals. These are backgrounds, all kinds of different ones. There's math ones, music ones, so you can check those out. I won't go into all those right now, but just magic box, a lot more stuff. You'll see Drive there, which is pretty good. And like I said, so we're not into the software too much. You can use it like this. Maybe you just want to annotate on your slides. This Windows button is super important. You want to click that Windows button. Oop. And then if I have, my slides, I can click. This is the floating button that produces. So here I'll go back with the cloud. Boop. Here's the software. Boop. Here's this as a floating toolbar. Get all the same things, but just floating over top of your slides, where you can draw, do all that sort of stuff. But like I said, this is just going to stay on here, just on top of the browser like a layer. If I want to keep it, I can hit this screenshot button. You can also record audio and video, but I'll just do a quick screenshot of the entire screen. That saves right onto the My Viewboard software. Right, there's my whole screen. And you can do multiple and just have your whole lesson as screenshots. And then I can go back and forth and I can do more, and it disappears. It's also on my clipboard right now though. So I could Control V and that same screenshot can go into my slides. Right? So it saves into your clipboard and onto the software. So that's kind of neat. Just gonna go back and forth. So screenshotting, and I'm saving them. Should I show casting? Another great thing you can do right now is you can click this button and this one, and then any laptop or Chromebook can go to myviewboard.com/ in this case Malte, and then they can cast right to my screen, which if you're thinking about casting, pretty handy. Let's get out of there for now. Turn it off. So casting exists in here. Oh, there's my stuff. And the last thing I think I want to show is importing files. So if I click the magic box again, hopefully you saw that I've got Drive and my PC. From Drive, I've got my Drive. I have made a folder in my Drive called 0 Viewsonic because this is ugly to me. So in my Viewsonic folder, that's where you can put the files that you want to bring in here. Just so you know, PowerPoints will save where all the objects are still objects right now. Slides doesn't. It saves as just a flat picture, but they've promised that they're going to bring that in at some point this year. So here I've got PDFs, and these will come in, and they will be individual pages, kind of like in Smart, if you're used to that. Select all, import portrait, boop, boop, boop. Great. And now I've got multiple pages. And there's a preview right here. So there's my first page, and then there's my PDFs, and I can zoom way in, or I can zoom way out. Right. There you go. And this is the pages or the slides kind of preview in this thing. So that was getting stuff in from Drive. Boop. If you want to get it from your PC, you might again want to have a folder just on your desktop or somewhere else you can find, because it's, again, not the easiest to find things. Like I find, if you look at the breadcrumbs, users, Multi desktop, Viewsonic is where I have this. So all the annotations, and then these just save as files you can open and close. When you use the normal just save button right there with the folders, and there's your save and all that jazz, save as. Okay, sorry, quick 10-minute rundown. If you have more questions, please let me know, but that's the basic, real quick rundown of all these things. Just play with the tools. You'll figure it out and know it better than me very quickly, I'm sure. There's your webcam. There is a bunch of other tools like Spotlight and a protractor and a calculator. All right, good luck. Email Ray if you have problems. Email me if you have fun things. Okay, take care.